Yo, how you all doing out there? What is going on? We got Hamad, Dr. J, Dr. X, Podge. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Who's your daddy? How you doing, my friend? Hey, what's up, man? What is going on? What is going on? Let's play a game while we wait for people to come on into the chat today. How many pop-up offers do you think we're going to get? How many pop-up hours do you think we're going to get? When is the Twitch live? I am live on Twitch literally right now. But it's Vega 583. We kept it as simple as possible. It was available. And yeah, so go ahead and follow on either platform, whatever works best for you. The drops are live though, and Kabam continues to promise that they will have a comprehensive plan for us. What the heck just happened to my screen? That they will have a comprehensive plan for us. Literally everything on my screen just disappeared. Maybe I shouldn't make fun of Kabam. Maybe they're inside my computer. That they will have a comprehensive plan for us to get these drops with the Thor Ragnarok buff, which would be really cool. Unfortunately, they are not buffing his animations, which Twitchy Thor, man. I don't recall. Here's the question. Here's a question for you. You think 3 offers? We're going 3. I like that. You're setting the line at 3. I'm going to take the under on that. I think we're going 2. I'm taking the under on the line at 3. Can anyone explain to me why Thor is twitchy? Like, I will admit some of the Thor movies I don't watch with the closest of eyes. I will admit that. Thor Ragnarok, I feel like I watched it pretty closely. I've watched it multiple times. I don't recall him ever doing cocaine. I don't recall that scene. Maybe it was in like a director's cut or something like that. If you've seen it, you let me know. If you have any idea why Kabam made him twitchy, you let me know. Dawkins, what's up, dude? What's up, JWB? And we have left up TTV Craze from yesterday. Very, very, very generous donations. It came in towards the end of the stream. And you know when that happens, I like to leave people up there for the next one. We're just going to wait for a few more people to come in, and then I'll explain why I'm open. Because people are going to be like, why, dude, Lizard? Why Lizard? What's up with Lizard? Like, I will do my best to explain it shortly and quickly for a stream. And then there will be videos coming out from me over the next, I don't know, we'll see. Because I'm wondering if Kabam's going to drop some news on us today and tomorrow. We know tomorrow we'll get the last of the Ascendable Champions, that initial pool. So I'm excited for that. And I'll do my best to, at that time, fully explain. I have a bit of a theory. We've been talking about this a lot on my Discord server. I don't think the new champions, I understand why they look underwhelming. I get it. And I'm not saying with definitive proof or evidence that they aren't underwhelming. What I'm saying is, I think as soon as they get ascended, we're going to feel very, very differently about them. We're going to feel very, very differently about them. I've been diving in more and more about like the various places Kabam has put out information on Ascension in very Kabam format. It's on streams. It's on the forums. It's none on Trello board, actually. At the Battle Room Brawl, they put out little different pieces of it all, and it does create a pretty big, good picture. Like to be fair, it is a pretty coherent picture of what Ascension is. You just have to dive into all these different posts and things like that. And so I kind of want to analyze that and kind of explain to you all why I think as soon as some of these champions, like I think M'Baku, as soon as he's ascended, is gonna feel a lot different to people. I really do. In today's current meta. What's up? One Mad Djax, what's up, dude? Riddler, how you doing, buddy? I said hello to Dawkins. When will we get more channel rewards? Got several Ks I want to spend. I don't. Is that on my side? Because you guys know I'm still learning how to Twitch. So you guys let me know. One of the best things you can do, as far as if you want more of these like interactive things, is let me know what it is you're looking for. Because I want to set them up. I enjoy streaming. I carve time out in my work day, my family day, my life to do this. And so I preferred this to videos for the most part. Hey, MCoC noob, dude, what's up, dude? Thank you very much, man. I've seen on Twitter that you are streaming. We're going to get you set up with the bot. I know I follow you. And of course, all that, man. So that's really exciting. I think it's just this time you go live. I think I'm actually often still asleep in the morning. I think it was I think you were live today, and it was like at 5 a.m. for me or something like that. So I wasn't quite awake yet. Me neither on Thor. Yeah, I just was wondering if there was a reason. What's up? It's DJ Spit. Hey, what's up, dude? From Discord. Thanks for letting me know. I would have never put that together that was you. So thank you for letting me know. Yesterday, awakened Serpent R4 and R4 apps. Dude, congratulations, Blackbird. And what is up, Diego? Diego Padilla. What's up, man? Thanks so much for being here. All right, I'm going to read this one thing, and then I think it's time for us to, I'll explain why I'm opening for Lizard, and then it's time to open for Lizard. It says, channel points come with built-in automated rewards that streamers can customize. Streamers can also create custom rewards they fulfill on their own, such as choose the next channel raid, set my background music, or make me dance on stream. All right, let's be honest right now. No one wants to see me dance. That's not. Even my wife at our wedding was like, "Do you have to dance? I could dance by myself. I have a younger sister. We could dance. Yeah, you don't have to dance." So ain't no one want to see me dance, man. But thank you very much. I will look into that. And I do think things like that would be cool to give you all a little bit more influence, interactivity. That's why I'm enjoying streaming, and that's one of the reasons why I'm enjoying the incentives that Kabam's putting forth for people to watch Twitch streams. Is I think the creation of community. I know a lot of you just went like, did he really just say community? He's about to say genuine and authentic, isn't he? And yes, we're all going to be our authentic, genuine self. No, just kidding. But I do think it is more fun, more interactive. We get to be playful, have a good time, talk. We've talked about in the last month, we've talked about some crazy serious stuff. And we've also talked about why Thor is twitchy. And I like that. That's me. That's my personality. And I think you all are enjoying that too. You might be selling yourself short on the dance. You never know, Noob. You're right, Noob. The world is a big place. The world is a big place. And, it's kind of like I say in Battlegrounds when I finish in like Quantum. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the top. There's nothing else in the world. I am in the top 3,000. There's literally probably nothing else. I'm above average height, but I'm not in the top 3,000 of that or anything else in the world. But I'm in the top 3,000 Battlegrounds. I'm going to take it. You're right, man. I might be in the top 50% of male dancers in the globe. I actually might be. You could be right on that, and I appreciate it. Dancing Vega or We Riot. Oh man, I hate to be the cause of a riot. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I appreciate all the follows. I know when Twitch the drops are on, the follows come in. I think we're up to like 2,000 now. Yeah, I got to update the goals. 40 subscribers. You all are missing. Oh, dude, it was only one pop-up offer. This is wild. Kabam went way under R3. Okay, let's go ahead and see here is the Bronco tokens. The Drake May tokens, as I like to call them. Oh, man. All right. What's up? Hey, Marcus, what's up, man? Thanks so much for being here. Okay, so we're going to start recording because I will be putting this out as a video. I'm sure I will, too. Not everyone watches the streams. They should, but they don't. Here we go. Wait a minute. I just sold my Titan crystals, don't I? Uh-oh. Where are my Titans, man? Hello? Bueller. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. I was a little worried there for a second. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is going to be a surprise if you're not on my Discord or in Illuminati chat, which is, the vast majority of my viewers and those sorts of things. I am going to be opening up for Lizard. I meant what I said when I did the Best Champions 2 Rank 5 video. It was the first time we really knew a lot more about Ascension. We have most of the pool. I took it to the Illuminati, created a whole spreadsheet, and then we talked about it at length on my Discord. There's a lot more about Ascension and what the Ascendable champions are getting than I think it's easy to understand. Some of you might have already gotten it, in which case, more power to you. I will be putting out videos over the next few days explaining my new interests or the things I feel like I found about Ascendable champions. What's relevant to today, though, okay, is that in going through all of this, I was reminded, Kabam has put the information out there. It's just in like a variety of places, and it's not all at once because they're figuring it out. That when Ascension goes live, and based on the Ascension no longer working for 6 stars and 5 stars, and it's still not being fixed, I don't think it's wild to think that maybe Kabam went in and tried to tinker with Ascension in ability to put it live soon, okay, for the 7 stars. I'm not saying it's proof, but it opened my eyes, and shout out to another folk on my Discord server, not sure he wants his name said with this, that kind of pointed that out. What the hell does this have to do with Lizard? I'm getting there. Pavita Pravarkar, my understanding is that Pavita Pravarkar will get 2 levels of Ascension when he goes live, when Ascension goes live, if you got him from the battle, his battle pass. They made a specific carve out for Lizard that if you pull him from a Titan before Ascension goes live, you will get like the dust, the champion material, and also the Ascension material to take him up 1 Ascension level. Is that going to make him game breaking? No. But that's honestly, come on, something that I would probably have to spend a lot of money on. I'm sitting on a ton of Titans. The only other champion that I'm like super hyped to get, that best I can tell, coming in the next pool is Heimdall and Doctor Strange. So we are going in now to try to ensure that I have 1 copy of Lizard and I can get him with his Ascension materials to save myself either some really absurdly difficult quests, right? Which I'll still do. We'll have fun with it. Or a lot of money. That's what this is about. And I do think Lizard and these other ascendable champions are going to feel a lot better to us once we can get them ascended. That was a big preamble. I hope you stuck with it. I'll put a timestamp in the description. This doesn't help you now. To go straight to the opening. So we're literally just going to Lizard. Like that's it. Okay. Because I do want to save these. Some nice like silver linings would be getting more SIGs on High Evolutionary. I've talked a lot about High Evolutionary and why I kind of got my eye on it. Again, Ascendable Champion, who doesn't seem like he pops off that much, but Ascension, I think, is going to do potentially do a lot for him. Okay, not upset about SIGs on Yelena Belova in the time. Thank you very much who's coming by. I am streaming as well right now, but I am recording this as a video, so it's a bit more enjoyable as a video. That's not a bad start, man. These are champions I wouldn't mind. She's actually very high in prestige as well too. I have her at rank 4, and I imagine at some point she will be going to rank 5. And then remember, in all this, because I don't want to create hype on Ascension that isn't warranted. I am excited about Ascension, but I keep saying, like, dude, when you're doing your rank ups, just think of it as like a tiebreaker right now. Ascension's got a long way to go. Remember, there's 12 levels of Ascension, and non-ascendable champions can go all the way to rank 6. All the way to rank 6. So, dude, that was fast. that was stupidly fast. That's like not even a video. That's a YouTube short. That's a YouTube short. I am excited about that though. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Shimon. I don't see. I like Lizard. I like the concept. Like Grass has put out some really cool Lizard videos. I'll probably be taking him to rank 3 relatively soon. But again, a lot of this, I meant what I said. A lot of this was for getting those, getting the ability to take him to like 1 level of Ascension as soon as Ascension goes live. Kabama's just said spring. It might be next month. It might not. And you know what? I want you guys to get your money's worth or whatever. You guys know what I mean by this. Here's what I'm gonna do: is I'm gonna buy 10 of the. Assuming it's still up on the store, I'm going to buy 10 of the Blue Marvel crystals. We'll open those up, man. Have a good time with it. Because, you know, I was obviously thinking that there's no way in hell that was going to happen. And here, let me focus on what I'm doing. I appreciate y'all just hanging out. This way you guys can get a little bit more of an opening. Maybe something crazy will happen, huh? How often do I stream? I've been streaming most weekdays of late. I will admit, I don't know if that's sustainable for me due to my real life schedule. But my current plan is to, you know, let me get this done so I can do this, and then I'll get back to the full stream. I started answering because I would prefer to answer. Got to log into the store. We're almost there. Nuba's in the chat. It is one of the codes I often use. Remember, if you're already going to the store, and taking advantage of the sales there. Make sure you use those codes for those Illuminati guys. We got MCoC Noob, MCoC Encyclopedia, and Nagase. So use the code. Cool. And we're just going to purchase one. I did purchase one of the one set so I could test Blue Marvel. And to be honest, I was really unhappy with the recording. It was usually I live stream those, and it was a holiday. Here, I live in the city of San Francisco, and it was the Lunar New Year event, or Chinese New Year, and this is weird. It feels like the store, like I said MCoC new, but then I go to actually check out, and it feels like it's been removed, which I don't like. That's annoying. They better have supported him. Okay, sorry for that aside. So I was not live streaming on Tuesday, which I normally would have, and done the opening then, and I didn't. So I just tried to record it really quickly, and I shouldn't have. I tried to do like a very, very short recording in between some stuff I was doing with my family. I was like, I rambled on about nonsense, and I watched it back. I was like, this isn't entertaining or informative. This is stupid. I'm not putting this out. So I already do have the 6-star version. I even spent a few units on it, and I was like, I'm not putting this video out. It's crap. It's just absolute crap. So so when you see that I already have the 6-star, that's what that's about. This is my second purchase for that, because I really just do them in general. I just do them for the videos. So we'll hopefully get him. And to answer the question, I don't think every time I stream, I've done this for 6 years now. I start streaming. I enjoy it so much. I try to stream like every single day. And then eventually my job and my family are like, hello. So I'm going to try to create a very sustainable schedule of at least 3 days a week, because I just enjoy streaming. Thanks for asking, Wolfgamer. And have it be a publishable, reliable schedule so people can know. Of course, when Kabam is doing drops, it's better for me, it's better for you all, and it's better for Kabam. It's like a triple win-win-win. So there'll be more streams of that, like when there's drops on, or that, of course, like events, like we've been streaming the Coliseum and stuff, having a lot of fun, helping people out until the goats like Noob come along with their guides, and then it's just like, here, hand you off to the guide. But if you wanted to get it in before Noob's guide comes out, we just answered questions for like 4 hours yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Nice, Marquitos. That's awesome. I believe that is the real MCoC Noob. I'd be surprised if it's not. I'd be surprised if it's not. But yeah, you know, it's funny because like people like Noob and myself aren't Twitch partners yet. I assume Noob will be getting there very, very soon. I think I've hit all of the milestones, so I'll be applying soon for that too. And my understanding is once we are, we'll have like little insignia so that people can know it's fully us. What's up, Cypher? Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, you know what? I like that. I believe that is the real Noob. I believe that is the real Noob. We will open up 2 more to see if we can get the dupe. Because again, I want you all to get your money's worth, and then we will jump over, see if we can't get that Blue Marvel. So let's go for one more purchase here. Thank you again for all those follows. Let's just go 2 more. We'll do 2 and to go for the dupe. I'm not upset about getting sig levels on a lot of these champions. Like I said, High Evolutionary would be great. Let's see who else comes along. Cassandra Nova would be cool. Cassie Lang is not what I was hoping for. I used to love Cassie, man. I used to love playing her, dude. You know, if AI 2.0 ever comes in, I think she might come back. But we'll see what they do with it. Even if they implement AI 2.0, it doesn't mean that it's going to do everything we want. Do you know what I mean? So here we go. Last one, and then we'll jump over to those Blue Marvel crystals. See if we can't get him. He looks extremely powerful, and he's another champion that, you know, if I pull him from those, and I ain't never going to try to sell you on, okay, that's cool. Get more sig levels on her. Her prestige is great. I'm never going to try to sell you on like, hey, go buy these crystals. That is not me. I've never done that. I never will do that. In fact, in December, I was the one saying like, if you're going to spend this month, get Pavita Pravarker before you go over to the banquet. It's just so much better value. It's going to see you so much longer. So, that being said, all of that being said, one of the benefits of these crystals is that if you pull them from this, if you pull them from these chances to get like the Valiant or like early access sort of crystals, you are going to get the ability or the materials to ascend the champions 2 levels as soon as Ascension goes live. It's again, I'll be getting a video out on that, possibly even later today, but in the next couple of days, explaining why I do think Ascension is more powerful than we even realize, and these kind of champions that feel a little more underwhelming. I think as soon as they're 2 levels ascended, they're gonna feel really, really good. They're gonna, I think, okay? We won't know until we get there. What I really hope is that Kabam, once Ascension's fully in, is that Kabam starts giving CCP members the ability to ascend the champions, because then I think we'll get a better idea of what they're gonna feel like in the actual gameplay. I think that would be really, really big. So I don't think it's gonna turn Blue Marvel into like a BG's nuke. It's not gonna like turn them into all new champions. But what it's going to do is it's going to have them crit more, and their crits are going to be bigger. And that right there is enough. They're going to cut through more armor. They're going to cut through more resistances. It has to do with something called Challenger. Again, I'll explain that more. And it starts getting really mathy. So I'll leave up some posts and things like that so people who want to dive into the math can. All right. We've got 10 more. So let's see if we can't get Blue Marvel. At least have them come around, man. Tease us, Kabam. Tease us. Make this entertaining. That's what you want, right? Come on. You want us to have fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. That is not fun. That is not fun. That is not fun. I know people are a little frustrated that Blue Marvel was not usable in the Coliseum yesterday. I was surprised by that. I think that's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't scenarios for Kabam, where like if they made him usable, people are going to be like, oh, sure. You know, if you buy him, yeah, which I get. I understand why people make those comments. And then they make him not usable in the Coliseum yesterday, and the people that did go out and buy him are like, why did I spend all this money? Why did I do that? So I was surprised by that. It's part of why I'm looking forward to the new AQ mode, though, with the Rampant Evolution. Maybe it is Rampart, Rampant, whatever. It doesn't, neither of them's negative necessarily. With these kind of like ramp up champions, giving us a place to use them. I don't need 6-star Blue Marvel. I've already got a copy. I think I might have 2 copies actually. But hey, I guess that saves me some 6 stones when I rank him so I can test him. All right, we got 7 left. We got 7 left here. 7 left. Come on, man. Everyone in the chat, I will get back to it as soon as we're done with this. I appreciate y'all chatting and doing the things you're doing. All right. Come on. We got 6 left, dude. Come on now. The drop rates are so low on these things, man. I think it was very misleading when I got J. Jonah Jameson in the very beginning. And in my experience, when you pull the 6-star, you know, I've played this game for a long time, guys. when you pull the second highest variety, that's usually a sign the highest variety, they ain't coming. they are not. It's like the champion's like, look, dude. You see the drop rates, right? Like, I'm kind of doing you a solid that I even showed up in this variety. It's not happening, man. So I don't I don't have high hopes for these final 4. I don't have high hopes for these final 4. I may have used all my luck getting Lizard here, dude. I may have used all of it getting Lizard, but we'll find out. I agree. It is a little strange that the Blue Marvel crystals are green. I guess he is a science champion, so maybe that's what that's about. But it is odd. That's a good point, actually. Come on, dude. I saw him go around in the purple, so that's good. Nah, man, shoot. The drop rates are they're so low. They're posted right there. I think that whole like pity system is supposed to be kind of the makeup for this. Ugh, that was a hard stop, but it's not like I really needed 6-star gore. All right, one last one. And if you enjoy watching the crystal opens, those things, do me a solid. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the comments, do all those things. Helps the videos do better and lets me know that people actually want to see them. Because it is obviously a bit expensive to do this, just so I can test the 6 stars more often than not. Because I could just watch the new champ videos from MCoC Noob and Grass, which I do anyways, but I could get my opinions on them. Yeah, so if you enjoy seeing 5-star Man-Thing being pulled, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I actually am happy we got Lizard. We did a little bit of entertaining here, had some fun. I'll get the videos out on my thoughts on Ascension with just a little bit more better understanding of what exactly it is and entails, and why I truly think that these champions like M'Baku, Lizard, who seem a little bit underwhelming, pretty soon are going to feel a lot better. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Thank you so much for all the follows, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hear them coming in, which is really cool. I hope the drops are coming in and you're getting them. Let's go ahead and just catch back up on the chat a little bit here. Hey, what's up, Hilgendorf? How you doing, man? Sergio, yeah, that was cool, dude, to pull Lizard so fast. Timo, yes, that's exactly what I said. Yep, I did. Yep, and I then thoroughly explained why that changed. Hey, congratulations, Larry. What's up, Cypher? How you doing, bud? Hey, People Champ, what's up, dude? Yeah, I got Lizard. That was really fast. It was like the second crystal. 5-star Man-Thing with the buff incoming is going to be fire. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm about to dominate that war map with 5-star Man-Thing. I always want to say Miss Kizzo, and I know that's wrong, dude. I'm sorry, buddy. I will be putting it out as a standalone video, and I meant what I said. Over the course of the next couple of days, it's a weird video to make. I actually did like seriously 7 takes on it last night, trying to explain the thoughts on Ascension and why I'm excited about Ascension in general, because I think it's going to be really good for the game. And my thoughts on more of like, here's where the power level and that. And one of the reasons why I didn't put it out and I just eventually quit, because I was like, I'm obviously stuck here, is one, it either gets way too mathy. It gets way too mathy. 2, it sounds like I am encouraging people to go and buy crystals, which I'm not at all. I never want to do that. Like, I know the drop rates on them. I know how that works. And then 3, if I chose a different route, it sounds like I'm being negative to Kabam for the sake of negativity, which again is not what I want to do. When I criticize them, I want it to be because like they deserve it, not because I'm searching for negativity. And so I just stopped it. I had some private conversations with some trusted people. And I think I've found a good way to kind of just do the video. It's going to be super fact-based. So it might not be very exciting, but I think it'll help people out with kind of understanding. And I'll just explain it here real quick. And this will be a good like dry run. Is essentially challenge rating. It's like in addition to increasing your stats of like attack and health and all those things that happen when you rank up a champion, Ascension levels will increase your challenge rating. So if you take a, this is where it gets really tricky, is like currently what we're seeing is CCP members, and that again, this is not their fault. This is just the tools that are available to them. Is they're testing 7-star rank 4 champions against 7-star rank 4 defenders, right? But the way Kabam has done this is if you pull these champions, they are automatically ascendable 2 levels, which, to make this a bit more simple, is similar to them just being 7-star rank 5s. Just to make this a bit more simple, it's actually even more powerful than that. So if you pull a champion from the crystal, and this is what I said, I'm like, it's going to sound like I'm trying to encourage people to buy the crystals, which I am not doing, which is not what I want to do. But I can hear it. I can hear how a viewer's going to be like, oh, so I should buy the crystals. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Is like my J. Jonah Jameson, I've already taken him to rank 4. And so the day Ascension goes live, without having to spend on anything, without having to utilize any resources, if I'm understanding it all correctly, and I'm pretty sure I am, he's going to be the power level of like a 7-star rank 5, even though I've left him at 7-star rank 4. And that will be by virtue of getting these Ascension materials. And we have not been able to see that because the CCP can't show us that yet. It's like not in the game. It does not exist yet. But Kabam is building it. So that's I think I explained it relatively. If you have any questions on it or you see like holes in it, please let me know, because I'm being serious. I spent a ton of time trying to do the video, and I just was like, I kept hitting, I kept sounding like I was trying to sell crystals, or not trying to, but I knew that was going to be the takeaway for viewers. And that's the last thing I want to do. All right, I'll catch up on the chat over here too. The release date for Ascension has not been released yet. Yeah, no, they've just said spring. They've just said spring. Yeah. So not yet. That could be, I think technically next month. Spring cleaning, though, I looked at it, should not be for about another 3 months. The spring cleaning sale. So there's a lot of time in there. And Kabam said they're still like kind of working on exactly all the power levels and stuff. Damn, you're in the video? Yeah, dude, Dyslexic, of course you were. I had to include you in that. I purposely cut it so you were still in there. Thank you very much, Spider Gamer. How you doing, bud? Yeah, thanks, Amon and everyone. Thanks, Cheese Snake. Thank you, Newt. Thanks, Hoosier. So that's why I went for Lizard now. Spider Gamer is they made a specific carve out for Lizard. Normally, pulling these champions in the Titans will not give you the Ascension materials. They're obviously, and this is where I'm like, I'm not trying to be negative for the sake of negativity. And this is, again, what the other side of the video that I kept hearing was I was like, I think it's okay for Kabam to try to incentivize monetization. You've heard me say this before. It's where it becomes coercive that I have a problem. They're obviously trying to incentivize people to go for these valiant chances to get crystals. Because if you pull the champion from them, you basically get a full rank for free. I mean, you've spent for it, but you're just given a full rank, and they're going to be more powerful. Lizard, they made a very specific carve out. They said it had to do with like, I don't remember what their reasoning was. It was like celebrating something. Lizard is going to get all the Ascension materials to take him up 1 Ascension level. There's 12 Ascension levels. If you pull champions from these chance to get crystals, you're going to get 2 Ascension levels. If you pull Lizard from a Titan after Ascension goes live, you will no longer get those Ascension materials with the pull of Lizard. Again, remember how I said the video was either too mathy, too sounding like I was encouraging people to buy crystals, or too anti-Kabam? I can hear it right now as I try to explain this to you. I'm like, it's either a boring ass video or it sounds like I'm selling something, which I don't want to do either. I think I'm answering some of these questions as we go. Dude, Wolf, thank you so much, buddy. That's really kind of you. And yeah, I will typically be going live between like 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. my time. It's a pretty convenient time for me to carve out of my work and family day. So that's typically what it'll be. And then also as it gets more formalized over time, I will start publishing it on Twitch. It's really easy to publish that. And then of course I'll let people know via Twitter and my Discord and YouTube as well. So thank you. It's very kind of you. Got 6 bars of Simon. Heck yeah, man. So Kisame, if you're still here and I don't bring up Sandman, remind me, please. Just waking up 7 for Carnage. Dude, he can do a lot of damage. He's not a well-rounded champion, but he can do a lot of damage. Okay, so No Name Share, you're hitting the other part of this. Is the ISO burst mechanic, and I agree. I think they're trying to figure out how it's going to is, and a lot of people in my Discord brought this up, and I've been I don't lurk necessarily, but I'll go and I often will read back the comments. It'll be like hours later. They've been talking about how a lot of the champions that are going to be ascendable have some sort of like red number or something like that feels like it might be enhanced or more beneficial or have like a nice synergy with the ISO burst mechanic. So I'm like, shit, there's a lot there, man. Is that, yes, it is a rank 5 Travis. We did that on stream yesterday. So many people hung out. We did like a 4-hour stream. So many people hung out. We just had a great time talking about Coliseum, helping people out. I was like, dude, like, this is why I like streaming, because I like doing that stuff with you all. I like the hangout. Basically. That's like, for me, that's my upbringing with games. Because I played games by myself, don't get me wrong. But my most fun times with games was with my buddies, like hanging around, we're shooting the shit, we're talking. I still do that. Like, I literally have a buddy that he and I still play the same game every time we can when we get together. People just complain either way. By the way, what are your options on the Ramp Up Alliance thing? Yeah, they are. And that's the other thing, Wolf, is like, no matter what I do, someone's going to like almost purposely misinterpret it, you know? It's just harder in a video. Like in a stream, I can make fun of them or I can ignore them or whatever. In a video, you know, they make their comment and then someone else doesn't really watch the video, but they see the comment and then they assume it's true. It's just annoying to someone like me. I am excited about all the ramp up stuff happening. I've one of the most probably annoying things. I used to give feedback to Kabam. I used to be in the CCP and I left. I think one of the things that probably annoyed them the most about me, amongst so many things, was I was always, because there would be a conversation piece, and I don't want to make them look bad. My intention is not to make them look bad, but there was often a conversation about this champion's not landing well. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the subscribe there, Zachary. Let me get that on the board, dude. And we will move into Battlegrounds here in just a minute as I catch up on the chat. Is I would say, like, look, like, you obviously want to sell champions. There's nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like, that's how one of the biggest ways the game makes money. But then, like, to come up with terms like Battlegrounds brain rot because people don't like your slow ass ramp up champion that they have nowhere to use them in. That's not fair. That's not fair either. And in fact, I think that's self-defeating. Like, you're defeating your own purposes. You want to sell champions and then you make Sentry. Sentry's fine in Necropolis. How many times do you really think your players are going to like replay Necropolis? So if you gave them places to use them and dropped this Battlegrounds brain rot nonsense, guess what? People will be more excited about your champions that aren't good in Battlegrounds. It's like, to me, it just felt so simple. And like an example of like where arguments and insults are created for no good reason at all. You know, like, I don't know, whatever. Nick136, dude, thank you so much, Nick. I hope your stream went great. We just did a crystal opening. Those of you who see the title, we got Lizard awfully fast. So I'm gonna kind of move through. There's so much chat. If I tried to catch up to it fully, we will never get to doing something else. And I know people want to at least see the game kind of moving in the background. So we're gonna just kind of move our way through the Gladiator circuit here with a pretty much pay to win account. Took one big sale off last year, so not full on whale status yet, but I think it's whale status. We're not at behemoth status just yet. So probably going to face some good players with some good accounts along the way. Might lose them because we're chit-chatting, or maybe they're just better players than me. But for the most part, I'm just trying to clear out, dude, because it always sucks, right? Like, I see it in my Discord. I see it in videos where someone's like, I have 10 rank 4 champions and I just faced a deck full of rank 4s. I hate Battlegrounds. I'm like, dude, I would hate Battlegrounds too. You know? Oh, thank you for the reminder about Sandman. So, again, please no one go rank Sandman based off this. I think there's still so much more to go, like time-wise. What exactly they do with Ascension. They've made it clear that they themselves are still figuring out exactly like how strong, like, as I said, in their post, they're like 2 levels of Ascension is about this based on current tuning. So they're still working on it too. And that's one of the benefits of live service is that they can see in this scenario, they can see how something lands, how players are liking it. Is it too powerful? Is it not powerful enough? And then they can adjust. I think that's why we always have like ups and downs in this game. Right? That's why I'm always like, if they just treat us well, it's cool, man. They're going to swing and miss sometimes, but if they treat us well, I'm happy. Sandman and his buff, I'm particularly excited about. In the tier list videos, I've been calling out, this is one of the buffs, because there's a lot of champions getting buffs. Sandman is one of the buffs that I think could, again, I don't want to overstate it, because I don't want people to go ranking Sandman. I think Sandman is one of the champions whose buffs could really elevate him in his power level. You know? Yeah. BGs need a rework in the structure. Players shouldn't be afraid or intimidated to participate. I think BGs this is another reason why I'm so happy about the About the changes, I'm fully not engaged. I enjoy the talk with you guys and the hangout. You know, I'll win, I'll lose. It is what it is. Is Lizard good? Lizard's good. I think Ascension will be possibly very, very helpful to Lizard. Lizard's good though, dude. Grass has some good Lizard content. And so in Battlegrounds, you know, it was so helpful. Oh my God, this person let me use my rank 5 America. I love you so much right now. I know no matter what emoji I send them, they're going to interpret it as sarcastic. But I wanted to send them the part. And yeah, I can't catch it all. There was a lot, particularly on the Twitch side. But I don't mind at all when y'all repeat questions. You know, if it's like you only wait 30 seconds, then line and then line again, yeah, please don't do that. But I don't mind repeated questions in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I like it because there's no way I can keep up with all of it, and I want to. I don't ignore people. Let's give this a go. I know this fight can be done well. Grass is all the visit champs that I don't use and learn and like sometimes. Yeah, Grass is awesome, man. And yeah, you're right. Grass is I like Grass for a lot of reasons. When I asked him to be in the Illuminati, I had been a fan of his channel for quite a while. Oh, shoot, I did not do that. Why did she gain so much power? What had I done? I had done something bad. Man, she does not want to play in the intercepts at all. I don't think we're going to be able to sleep block her. We were actually set up for a nice fight. She just got so much power. And I'm not sure where she got it from. Maybe there was a buff on my striker and the precision from Dex. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. Yeah, but that's where Enchantress, despite not being like the best defender anymore, can still just screw things up. Dracula needs a buff. So I know some really smart players, dude, who absolutely love Dracula. They pull off cool stuff with him. I don't think he's intended to be for Battlegrounds. This is kind of like this is, if you were here a little while ago, this is what I was talking about, where I think Kabam just needs to give us places to use them. And he better be in the AQ ramp up pool. He better be. If he's not, that's a massive miss. Let's see here. I think. No. I maybe should have saved America for Thanos. Yeah, I should have done that. She might hit like a freaking truck. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Sweet Dex by the AI. Love that. Love it. We're going big. We're gonna do this. I don't care. He's gonna die. Yeah, she was hitting so freaking hard. Was it only a rank 3 Bastion? With that Fury and then he getting the intensified buffs that just like triggers her. Had to be a rank 3, right? That was rank 4. That's pretty fun. All right, that's fun. Hey, AJ, what's up, dude? I'm currently watching the stream for 210 and just saw you pull someone you want to. Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, buddy. Your Discord general is awesome for help and shows how horrible I'm. Dude, so many of us are horrible at the game. Like yesterday, dude, I was so proud. I got 17 bars with the rank 3 Death of She-Hulk. I was so excited. I took her to rank 4. I do think she's cool. Kind of fitting with what I'm saying on the other side about like, give us places to use these champions, man. Just do it. They're great champions. You have built cool ass champions. I agree there. There's no disagreement for them. It's just, to my analogy, it's like if grandma bought you a cool ass Nintendo game, but you have a PlayStation. You're like, thanks, grandma. Like, that's kind of what I felt like with Kabam. I'd be like, thanks, grandma. Like, you might as well have built this champion for me to go play Super Mario Brothers. I don't want to play Super Mario. I want to play Marvel Contest of Champions. And so, like, them giving us the modes to play these champs, man, it's just fun. I had so much fun playing Death of She-Hulk. So proud of my 17 bars. Then stayed on for another hour answering questions, trying to do better than that. And I was like tired and I was pressing the issue, right? And then this morning I wake up and I have a message from Cantona showing him with 30 freaking bars, dude. So it's just like life, man. No matter how good we get at something, someone's always going to be better, man. You know what I mean? And so like, just improve, have fun, get more knowledge. I think this game gets frustrating when you try to like do too much with it, you know? Is Deathless Thanos immune to Incinerate? I don't think he is. I don't think so. No one can take... I like your attitude, Raphael. Yeah. Rank 5 Mojo? I think that's cool as hell, man. Have fun. He's in that... He was on my list of best champions to rank 5. We very purposely put at the top of the spreadsheet. Dude, rank up your favorite champion, man. Like, that's the best champion. The best champion is your favorite champion. And then I gave my list on, like, who the rest of the really good ones, and we ranked them. And he's even on the list. He's even going to be ascendable, if that's your thing, you know? Like, that's awesome. In fact, another, MCoC friend of mine, Andrew the Ref, put out a video today, and I'm not spoiling it. He made it very clear who he was taking rank 5. Man, we're getting lucky with the sunshine, right? And dude, Mojo's cool, man. And when the game is not so like Battlegrounds focus, you're also not paying the price for not taking that Battlegrounds champions. You know what I mean? Like it's multi-layered why it's so beneficial. Dude, could we have gotten luckier with the sunlight in that fight? It was like, how about I just move slightly behind you? Is that okay? Is that okay, Carolina? Are you gonna be all right with that? I don't want to upset you. And then it just felt like the whole fight was it constantly being like, I don't want to make you move too much, man. We're friends. Cantona didn't do 30 bars. It was 31. Thank you, Stink. I do appreciate that. Make sure you guys check that out, man. That Illuminati, man. They're awesome, man. Oh, which brings me back to Grass. So Grass has been hanging out on my Discord server for like 5 years. And I've been a big fan. I've kind of, observed the young man, chatted with him, started really liking his channel. And amongst many things I like about Grass's channel and Grass is he shows champions who are not at the top of my tier list, but he gives phenomenal advice for that tier list. And when watching his videos, he doesn't try to convince you that like his favorite champion is the best champion in the game. Like he seems very well aware of like look, I get it. There's other champions that do more damage or have more utility or like more busted or more broken or more OP or whatever. But this champion's cool as hell. And I really like that. Like, I think that requires a lot of awareness. And in Grass's case, I think a lot of intelligence, actually, too. Our forward path for you, dude. Massive congratulations. I think Paviter, dude. Paviter and Ascension. My God. Oh, dude. Oh. We're talking about the ISO burst. We're talking about 2 levels of Ascension. Your Paviter, dude, is about to just freaking crush stuff, bro. Like, it's basically going to be an R6 Paviter. Because my understanding is you're gonna, if you got him from the only place you could have got him is from the track, right? That Paviter is going to hit like an effing truck. It's gonna be beautiful. I hope you have a lot of fun with that. I was absolutely torn between Mojo and Spunk for my first rank 5. I didn't end up going with him, but he will be my second. He's the best. So you went with Spider-Punk, Halfling, yeah? If I'm reading that correctly? Which is a great choice, dude. Dude, Spider-Punk's so good, man. So, like, yesterday was a good example of where what I say were, like, extra chips to the utility bar. Spider-Punk, for all intents and purposes, should have been phenomenal for that, for a Destroyer fight. Spider-Punk is one of my favorite champions to use for Destroyer. Like, we showed in the stream yesterday, right? Like, Destroyer even has, like, negative physical resistance. Like, Spider-Punk, no pun intended, destroys Destroyer in most cases, right? Spider-Punk is also, like, I think how you and me and most of us sitting around will consider to be a balanced champion. Kabam and gaming obviously use balance in a different way, right? Let's just do these bands real quick. It's kind of fun to like be surprised by what my opponent has, like after I do the bands. But they added the falter component to the fight. And while I'm not surprised to see Spider-Punk doing well, in fact, I think Grass was who did a really nice job with him. He was someone that I marked off pretty quickly as being like the best options if I was giving advice. Because he did not handle the falter. But then we had Deathless She-Hulk and Photon, who you've heard me call Photon a cheat code, right? And Deathless She-Hulk, she handles a lot too, because they've gotten multiple trips to the utility bar, which is why, in my opinion, and we reflect this on tier lists, Spider-Punk is in that second tier. He's good. He's really, really good. And he feels like a champion that Grass would show off. Like, just it's crazy how this worked out. But not going to try to convince you that Spider-Punk is a better champion than Photon, because when it comes down to it and Kabam starts layering on challenges on a fight, Photon and her absurdity kit of utility simplifies the fight for you, right? Because she handles the miss. Dude, people are being really kind leaving me my Chavez. Salute to the Battle Realm today, dude. Salute to the Battle Realm. Twitch gets more talking time? What do you mean, man? Don't make me go just only pay attention to YouTube, Hicks. I'll do it. What's up, Hicks? How you doing, buddy? And Hicks, if you're gonna watch my stream when you should be in class, you need to not tell me, man. Remember, I'm a dad. I also used to be a teenager. School is important. I'm serious, man. I love your support. You're awesome. We've talked about this. But yesterday, it wasn't until a lot later, I was like, wait a minute. Did he just basically say he was supposed to have been in class, but he's been hanging on the stream for 2 hours? Don't do that, man. Don't do that. I don't know what I'm going to do. Call your principal or something. Did I see your Hokley went to Mr. Belding? Do you guys not go back on Discord and look and see that I've like emoji reacted to all your guys' stuff? That's seriously, I do spend my time doing that. I spend my time oddly. But and as the server continues to grow, I'm obviously not gonna be able to do it for everything. But like, I like doing that. Like at the end of the evening or whatever, go back. Just if I can't be active in the chat, just be like, dude, people spent the time to put something up on my Discord. I realize it's like not a big deal, but I'm old, man, and I'm like, that's cool as hell. That's cool as hell. I'm gonna at least try to emoji react to it. That's one of the reasons why I like emoji so much. This feels like a good idea. Let's try this. Class is temporary, but MCoC is also temporary, but has gambling. Ooh, you can never really underestimate the gambling portion of anything. All right, let's see how this goes. I've never tried to do this before. Yeah, not liking all those neuro shocks. We're gonna try to heal back at the end. There we go. I think we're gonna kill this big boy. Yeah, you fell from the trip. In fact, we're gonna kill him too fast, and we're not gonna be able to heal back. He gone! He gone! This is so much fun. It's just so much fun. Was that a rank? Please tell me that was a rank 4. Please don't be a rank 3. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord above. Again, the meta is helping, just to be clear, in case anyone doesn't know the meta. I don't want to send people off being like, wait, she can do that in 31 seconds every time? Chavez is awesome, though, man. I never even took her to rank 4. Like, I woke up yesterday morning, and I was like, it's got to be Chavez. It came down to between Chavez and really Mr. Knight. There was a couple other champions. Like, I like Weapon X, and there was a couple, like, more, like, top of the meta type of champions I was looking at. But during the stream, I was like, dude, I freaking love America Chavez. Like, I like the character. There's a TV, for those who don't know, there was a TV show that Marvel had put out. I enjoyed watching with my kids. And it just created, like, a lot of nice memories. I thought she was really cool in the show. Some of her comic runs are good. Some of them, I'm like, I don't, she's a little annoying. She's obviously terrible in the MCU. God, they did not do her justice. And they really got to fix that. Like, if they're going to do the Wanda snap in the MCU, could they consider America Chavez a mutant for that? And then bring her back later. Let the actors grow up a little bit. I would really appreciate that. What are we doing here? We're not focused is what we're doing. Let's give him the old Kindred 1-2. Anyways, America's not going to be able to mow through Deathless Thanos, I don't believe. She's not good for Dark Phoenix. I think she might be good for... I think she may be good for Imperiosa. She's very good for Serpent. Not as fast as Nico, right? But she's very good. And then there's a variety of other champs, and they started putting them back in the game. Like, dude, I got so good at fighting America versus Hulkling that it almost got, like, boring. In fact, I recall... Well, yeah. I recalled thinking that Kabam didn't need to put out... wow, she's a little tankier than I thought she was. I recall thinking that Kabam didn't need to put out Hulkling counters because, like, America could handle it so well. I fought a Hulkling in war yesterday, and I just forgot about, like, how much MD he had, and so I got sent to SB3 over and over. But she's really good. America's really good. I had hoped that they were going to make her ascendable, but I can kind of understand why they didn't. I don't. She doesn't need it. Like, anytime there's buffs, she just freaking pops off, man. She just pops off. Even just one buff. And then, of course, she's handling ability power rate, which just isn't in the game that much. Yeah. Anyways, she's really good. She's not the top of the meta anymore, but she's very good, Mystic Champion. Pay attention in class, kiddos. Oh, Hicks, did you respond to that? I forgot to. I didn't even. I left school here. That's why I'm here. Okay. Wait, so you're truant? Hicks, I didn't make it better. Don't be truant, Hicks. Don't do it. Hicks is a good young man, if you guys don't know Hicks. You making me sound like a bad kid. I left school here. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Hicks. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for hanging out, buddy. I'm curious why I didn't take Path 9 and War. So I was wondering if that was going to cause issues, Red Hat. Basically because I couldn't use America Chavez. I did just fully admit it. But I did wonder if that's going to cause issues for our Battleground. I don't love taking Path 9. Thank you so much. It's a Stout Halfling. Dude, thank you so much, man. Let's get you up on the board, buddy. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate the, wow. I've told you guys I can't spell or type, right? It's true. It is a true thing. It is a true fact. What was I saying? Oh, so I wanted to use Chavez, man. I actually don't like 9. 9 is for me anyways, a very difficult path. For those who don't know, it's Alliance War Path 9, and Red Hat is in my battle group. And I almost always take Path 9, but it's the hazard shift lane. And I enjoy Path 9. Ironheart, Sandman, Scorpion has been my team. So, I mean, I hear you. Don't get me wrong. It's like, don't get me wrong. But the other day, found myself even tempted to rank up Iceman, who I cannot stand playing Iceman. I cannot stand playing him. And I was like, man, I got to get off this path, dude. It for me is a difficult path to find a team that will take my lane and then take at least a couple mini bosses, which I often enjoy doing, and it is helpful for my battle group. And so I'd say about this season, like half of the wars, I will admit I'm not scared of this. I will admit something. This is something shameful, but since it's just, me and my closest 500 friends, it looks like, I will admit something to you. About half of the wars, I end up dying like 2 or 3 times on one node because I try to get away with something, and that's not helpful to my battle group. So yeah. Don't worry, I'll get the 15 or 14, and I'll be jumping. Dude, we'd love to have you on, Hicks. Just you and I have talked about it. We just are the biggest. I gotta do these bands here. The biggest requirements for our alliance is to be active and to communicate well. We want active in-game players, because if not, then it's just going to hurt the whole group, and the person joining is not going to have a good time, and we're not going to have a good time, and that's not good. No one wants a bad time, right? And then we just need a certain minimum of the rank 4s. One is like proof that the person's active, right? Because we always set the minimum where an active free-to-play can get it. We don't want people having to spend to be in the alliance. That's nonsense. That's not what we're doing. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I might be forgetting something. As time's gone on and Kabam keeps putting out new modes for like alliance quests and stuff, we've updated the general like guidelines of the alliance. We've got some amazing officers who have helped like create better guidelines for everyone, so they know like what's really expected of them, and what would work out for everybody. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good stuff. And we'd love to get you in, but when it works for you. It's a lot of time, man. It's a lot of time to play this game active in game. What's up, Spades? Thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. The Discord should be linked in every single video and stream I do. Work, you used Oakland for Path 9 this morning? No, dude, I've actually gone to play Chavez, and it's been really fulfilling. I'm very appreciative of the MCoC community today. Thanks, Spades. I appreciate you confirming through that it's there. Sometimes people can't find it. How did we get on with the times? It was like too fast. It was like, I now need to go. I because I did want to put it out as a video as well. I was like, I now need to go do something to make this video be more than 45 seconds. Who else do you want to see as a Stella Forge champ? I mean, we know we're getting Doom, right? So I'm pretty excited about that. How does Sinister do on this? Is this a known fight? Isn't he like poison immune? Knowing Nico, she's gonna have like some little line in her kit that like is like also takes no damage from any champion who's Sinister. Like just some nonsense. Like some little extra little like, haha, you can't use your champion. I hate Nico. I like hate and love Nico. It is a strong love-hate he and I have for each other. Looks like they are not spec'd into Limber. Okay, block's not working, so that. Will this wait out? Yeah, so the invisibility still goes. That's pretty cool. This matchup feels like it's actually really good. I've never tried this before. I think we're gonna end Nico right here. Let's try to reparry. Nico, this is why no one likes you. Yeah, dude, that matchup should go really fast. Gamora. Why are we saying Gamora? Gamora to you too, Luke. Gamora to you too. I'm going with my girl Gamora. She was P-Beater. I'm going with my girl Gamora. She was my first time Gamora, and she was my favorite. Dude, congratulations. That's awesome. Love seeing that. Also, hello, Luke. How you doing, bud? Let's see here. Best thing I've done was quit from 2019 to 2022, then played catch up. 22 to 25 was so fun with all. There was a nice little golden era in there, man. I was having a lot of fun with this game for a while. I felt like they had made a lot of really positive changes, and I feel like they slipped back on a lot of them, man. Last year, as you know, I didn't enjoy the year of 2025 very much with this game. But I think I've also kind of accepted it for what it is a bit more, and I think that's helped me significantly try to enjoy it. But yeah, probably without having like really thought it through, I think 2022 to 2024 was probably just a really nice era. Hey, Work, do you, if you're still here, dude, do you use a crit relic for Hulkling, or are you going with Thor? I think I still prefer Thor, but as Hulkling's getting more highly ranked, it feels like when he does crit, like the multipliers must just be so huge, dude, that like I miss the, like I feel like the highs of the crits, despite being rare with him, might be worth foregoing the overall damage output of the Thor relic. I'd go crit relic. Yeah, I use an R2 crit. You have a Pierce crit relic? I might switch over to that, dude, which is wild. I feel like the Thor relic in so many situations is superior. But like, dude, just one crit from Hulkling would have made that fight so much faster. Thanks for answering. Thanks, Ela. I appreciate you throwing the knowledge in there too. The nice era just happens to be the period I wasn't playing the game. What are you trying to say? What? Clark, you know, I mean, I was hoping you'd put two and two together, and I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did. So I like Thor on Hulkling too, and I have forever. You know, since Hulkling came in the game, or since Thor Relic was there. I don't remember which happened first. But I'm running into scenarios with where I play him that I'm like, dude, just one more crit would be so nice, dude. Ooh, I'm about to lose. Losing is fun. Yeah, I'm about to lose. Huh. Well played to my opponent. If I don't answer your question, Chad, please just repeat it after this, okay? But my intention's fully to get back to you. What? That's a little hogwash right there. That's what that is. I hate this game sometimes. I love to hate it. That's the problem. What's up, Mike? How you doing, bud? Yeah, nice matchup, buddy. Shit, we would have won that. But nice matchup. We love this inputs. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset the game. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna reset the game either way. I was very surprised by what transpired, though. Let's just put it that way. Let me do the BR back screen, and then I said we'd get to that question. Yeah, we're only like an hour in. I think chances are I just messed up somehow. What's up, Billy Bill? How you doing, bud? I love to see that emoji use. Nico wouldn't do that. What did Nico do? She does lots of mean things, man. When she's on attack, she's really, really kind. But she's on defense, man. The punk rock comes out when she's on defense. Did I make a video on attackers and defenders? No, not for this meta. I don't usually do for just the metas. I'll admit, I typically don't feel qualified to make it, so I don't. Cantona did a really good one. Cantona's been my go-to for that as of late. And then I think you know, Nick136 has been doing that for a long time. Just phenomenal. K21 does them too as well. But Cantona's in the Illuminati, so I definitely support that as well. The Stellar Forge. I think Stellar Force champs will be from different teams. Starler from Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers champ. So I would love to see like a really good Iron Man, but I like Iron Man. Like my two favorite characters from the MCU. Well, my favorite character from the MCU is Iron Man. My favorite Marvel characters, still Iron Man, and America Chavez, Kushala, and so forth. So I would selfishly love to see Iron Man. I don't know. I don't have like a strong, I want to see this. I'm happy that we're getting Doom. And Hilden Dwarf, he might not be here today, had a really awesome idea. Because I was like, dude, I think it's a little strange that they're not ascendable. You know, like it feels like competing interests a little bit there, right? Like Kabam wants to like create hype for Ascension and then hype for this Stellar Forge. Would be just cool if they were ascendable as well. But then he had a really cool idea. He's like, what if like, the quest, or we're all assuming there's gonna be some sort of quest to get Doom. And what if like at the end of that, you unlock the ability to ascend them? I was like, okay, that'd be pretty cool. Between Unawakened Valkyrie, Mole Man, and Yelena, who would you pick for overall count progression? I don't have a solid 7-star here. The only reason why I'm not saying Valkyrie here, or sorry, Yelena, because I see the comments and they're I think Yelena's probably the most overall valuable champion. Is a lot of her utility? I think actually almost all of her utility resides in her awakened ability. It's here. Let's confirm it just to make sure I'm not misremembering, but I'm pretty positive on this. Her anti-miss and anti-evade is completely locked behind her awakened ability. It's like once you get into her damage mode, it just turns on, and it's at like Sig 1. Yeah. While Yelena's in elimination mode, her target cannot evade or cause attacks to miss. So what I would honestly suggest, because I'm not a massive Mole Man fan, Mole Man does not need to be awakened, right? And so if you can get away with just having those champions at rank 3 for right now, oh, you're just saying to rank at all. I would honestly probably go with Mole Man. He handles so much stuff, dude. He really does. And you don't need to awaken him. He's going to handle, he just handles a lot. If you're looking for like great Mole Man contact, go to Nagase. Go to Nagase for sure. He's like a Mole Man like savant. And you can see that play out. I wouldn't go Valk unawakened at all. I wouldn't even go Valk at like a non-high sig. And while I think Yelena's great, you want her awakened, dude, in my opinion. Hey, what's up, Lycos? Thanks for being here from BC, Canada. Appreciate that. Kisame. So join my Discord, dude. I'm sorry. That's just where we house the Discord. I don't tag everyone when my videos go live. I like the Discord, and I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I get some self-promotion out of it, but the Discord does not exist for self-promotion. It is where I house my alliance, and so where we house the wait lists and stuff like that. So if you're interested, join my Discord, tag me in the chat, and I can add you to the wait list, and then you can really see the full like requirements and stuff. I will say we have like less than one spot a season. It's just the way it's worked out. We might have more than one spot this season. I don't know. I also got to check in with people, but we don't tend to have very much turnover at all. People who join want to be there. Like they liked the concept of the alliance. And so I think they tend to be pretty happy there. Yeah, you got it. A Geek Freak. Thanks. I appreciate it. Did I answer your question? Was that your question? Either your name changed or I'm not sure why you're thanking me, but thank you either way. Yeah, you got it, guys. Thoughts on the next Titan? So in a couple of days, I'll be putting out a video on why I think these new champions are like better. I don't know how to phrase it, but essentially I think once they're ascended, they're going to feel a lot better. And so I'm excited for the next Titan. Like I'm spoiling my video. It's fine. We did it live on stream. I'm really happy I pulled Lizard. Like selfishly, I'm happy I pulled Lizard as quickly as I did because it allowed me to save so many of my Titan shards for the rollover. I want Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is good without being ascended. He doesn't need, I mean, it'll be great for him, but I want Doctor Strange. If I had Doctor Strange, I would have considered him for rank 5 for sure. I like him. He's a really good champ. Is it true? That's funny, Nas. I didn't even see your question, but if we didn't answer that for you, let me know. Be happy to go back to it. Wait, quick question. Can I join the waitlist tag just for the future? Yeah, heads dude, for sure. Tag me in Hicks, tag me in on the Discord, just in like whatever chat, and just like say, can I join the waitlist or something? That'll trigger my memory for this. Because usually when I'm done with the streams, I go either directly to eating or directly to work. So sometimes I forget stuff. Hey, there's Hogadorf. Hey, that's the real Barrow, right? I think that's the real Barrow. I don't know. Either way. Yeah, man, she's just one of my faves. I love her. I don't expect her to be. She's not the best Mystic, but I like her. I enjoy her. I actually got to use her a couple times in the stream, which has been exciting. My Discord. Oh shoot, yeah, that doesn't show up in my. It's on my Twitch somewhere, dude. Do any of the mods have the ability to put the invite to the Discord in the Twitch chat? If so, I'd appreciate it. If not, I understand, and I can see if I can get that figured out. Thank you, Hilgendorf. Hicks. Who'd you get, PP Bagman? Who'd you get? Let us know. Not paying attention is coming back to haunt me. What's up, Wet Noodle? How you doing, man? Oh, who do you choose? Who are your options? Choices are Diablo, Mega Red, and Symbiote Supreme. True. I'm not gonna be able to answer that quickly, dude, because you have some interesting options there. I think Symbiote Supreme has the most like obvious and direct uses. How often they come up, it's going to be interesting to say. Like, they're all unique champions. Like, Diablo's really good, heals a ton and does poison damage in the Mystic class. I like him a lot. So personally, I would go Diablo. I know some extremely smart players who would say Symbiote Supreme. Omega Red is still good. He just doesn't come up nearly as much. He kind of wants recoil to get the best out of him, and super high sig. I know some people just got triggered by me saying that Omega Red wants recoil. You can play him without him. You can, and you can get some good results. I'm not saying you can't. But look, when we're giving advice out like this, like, I think it's better to let a person know how much the champion's highs are benefited by running a specific spec. Throw it, nerd. Yeah, I'm like missing inputs. I think it's me though. I don't think it's the game. Throw it, dude. Throw. God damn it. Throw your fucking special. Ah, doing great, Wet Noodle. Nothing I love more than taking an SP3 to the face from the serpent who doesn't want to throw his specials. It's like, you know, some people say rise and grind. I say play MCoC, take the special 3. You know, like that's just like my mantra in my head. You know, play MCoC, see the special 3. That's just it's up there with rise and grind. Taking Brit to rank 4, she is so underrated. She really is. If Serpent's AI plays ball, if I don't like fumble the input, she could actually that fight. We actually could have won. She can get a consistent, like, I think like 47, 48. I'm aware that Liam has a short that I think he gets like a 50k score or something like that. That's Liam. He's pretty good at this game. YouTube was lagging behind. Interesting. Well, thanks for joining us over here. Let's see here. Let's see. We might be cooked. Well, it is Liam, bro. I know, exactly. Just one of the best players in the world. You know, no big deal. Bazooka Newtown, who's slow? Let me know. Let me know. Serpent? All right. This won't be as fast as the last one, though. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, there it is. Should I wait to take up my Black Panther Civil War up because he is unduped? I'm excited he's ascendable though. I would. I think the awakened ability and the high sig is a really big part of what you want him to do. Funny got a awakening gem from the Star Mystic Crystal. Was that you though asking about Symbiote Supreme? As much as I like Symbiote Supreme, I would not use a 7-star awakening gem on them. But like what Hilgard was saying, like if you're excited, if you enjoy them, go for it. Thought about. Wait, I'm not following. Tagged in the sports channel since I wasn't sure. Okay, got it. Thought about the parents one. Yeah. Thanks, Kisama. Yeah, I picked Supreme. I won't use a gem. Okay, cool. I think he's a good champion. This Symbiote Supreme, I believe, is the stagger champ, right? Old Man Easy in my alliance does like all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm gonna focus in a little bit. Nah, actually, I'd rather chat with you guys. Win some, we'll lose some. It's fine. I don't particularly care. I'll try to do the fight spell, but I don't really mind. Is Symbiote a good option to rank? Yeah, in general. I feel like we have Symbiote Supreme very accurately rated on the tier list. They're a good champion. They're not like the top of the meta sort of thing, but they're a good champion. I'm stuck on who to R4, Sentinel or Nimrod, both awakened. I would probably just go with Nimrod because you got him from Banquet. And, you know, have fun with your new toy sort of thing. They're both really good. They have different uses, though. Or not necessarily different uses. They're going to have different like places where they're going to pop off more. Okay, this person had it in them to rank 4 Thor Jane Foster. We're not going to take her from them. Yeah, you got it, Jojo. So I think that's just, I will say, Bazooka, I do disagree with that. I don't think Super Supreme is like a niche champ. Like, I literally see Old Man Easy use, like, throughout the war map. And I know a lot of other really smart players who even sometimes use them in, like, BGs. It just doesn't cover, I'm not sure how to even phrase it. He just doesn't have as much as the other ones that are considered better. But I don't think of him as being niche. But I'm also not going to get into like a semantics argument. Like, I don't think you're saying anything wrong, you know, or like evil or I don't know, whatever term. I don't think it's worth an internet battle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's go Penny. Exactly. Bazooka, just to be clear, I ain't the guy to be like, oh, how dare you say that? Blah, blah, blah. This game is so much more than that ain't me, man. In fact, I make fun of people who do that. So, nah. So, niche is fine. I just, in giving out information, I just want to, like, clarify a little bit. That's it. Dude, call him niche. It's fine with me. Wait, why, Hicks? I don't understand. Yeah, Young. Young, it's really cool that your name shows up in like the muted gray. It's been tripping me out. Hey, Faith, what's up, bud? The beach meta is it's fun. It's fine. Like it's something to play around. But it's not like yeah, it's fine. It's fun. It is what it is. We're kind of just enjoying chatting too. Like I have whale count. We're gonna get through this. I'm not, just focusing on the fights when they actually come. But multiple times my opponents have kind of trapped me with some stuff. Still trying to decide my R5. All right, Jason. Who would you select? Starkey, Hulkling, or future Ant-Man? I would go. So you're asking me, right? You're like, yes, I asked you. I would go with Starkey or Hulkling. I like future Ant-Man. I really do. I think tech is in an amazing place. So I think that's really, really cool. But part of what makes them so cool is they don't have a Jean Grey. They don't have a Nico. Like they don't have this champ where it's just like, I don't feel like you're paying the price to rank. I'm not sure how to phrase this. I think you get what I'm saying now. And I future Ant-Man I think is just not at the like pinnacle of the meta as much as I do think Starkey often is. And I think Hulkling is. Okay. So I would go with Starkey or Hulkling. And then after that, I would just go with who you enjoy more. Obviously, I need to learn this matchup better if I'm going to try to actually rely on it. Don't know the best relic for Dracula. And I don't think we have a couple of players on the Discord server who actually really like Dracula, and I don't think any of them are carrying you. Yeah, you got it, Jason. Doesn't Dracula have like the degen damage? I don't know if it's amplified though by the Ghost Rider relic. Some of those like really specify like debuffs versus effects. So I would look into that. And yeah, Mike's got a good point. The website MCoC.gg I think has relic pairings. Relics are in an interesting place though, in my opinion. We won that round. Okay. What's up, Kick? How you doing, man? Hicks, I don't know. Oh, you can't use the YouTube emojis over on the Twitch side. That's what you're saying, yeah? This fight was so bad a few times ago, and I'll be honest, I didn't fully know what I did wrong. Okay, yeah. Left side inputs. I don't think that's the game though, guys. Just again, when I blame the game, I want it to be the game's actual fault. That was not the game's fault. My thumb just slipped. Okay, now there's something wrong with the left side of my screen. Try to wipe it off after this one. Because as fun as it is to have that keep happening, I think I want to stop it. Or just be like more intentional. That's fun. Anyways. How do you like the speech about it? It's, hey, what's up, Blood Man Easy? It's fine. I think it's fun. Like, people are obviously like, we've had a few people like let my America Chavez through. I'm just starting off on like the Gladiator circuit, so we're kind of just screwing around. So I think some people are a little more into it. Like I've seen some like ban a lot of Mystics. I've seen other bans that just seem kind of like just random people just kind of getting into it. Like it feels fun. It obviously, your Mystics can hit like a truck, you know? But it's fine. Oh, the PP Bagman. Yeah, so... being serious for a second, okay? Those sort of bias nodes, like anytime you see that with Kabam, where it's like, this makes the champion more likely to, they take that very literally. What I mean by that is... shoot, I feel badly banning their like top line, dude. And so that could be anywhere from like 1% more likely to like 99%. Unless they specifically say the percentage, which I don't think they usually do. We don't know what it means. Like the game revolves around RNG. And I want to be clear, I don't expect any of this to make you feel better. If you saw my stream yesterday, you'd know there were moments where it's like, thanks, this is really fun watching the SP3 to the face. It was one of the threats of the fight was the power gain. So I don't know what to tell. I would suggest maybe trying your, this is why, you know, the best champions were Deathless She-Hulk, Quicksilver, and there's one other I'm forgetting. And that's because they handled the miss and ways to handle the power game. Photon. You know, they just simplified the threats of the fight. So if I were you, I would try to go with that if you can. Sorry. I know it sucks, man. It's one of the most frustrating things about the game. Like, I'm like joking, but I'm being serious about I love to hate this game. Like, the game brings out hate. It's designed to be really frustrating at times, and to then therefore feel really good when it works. You know, Void was good. Yeah. There was a lot of good. Yes, absolutely. Void was good. We made it a whole list. If anyone's still looking for like a list, like you ask, we'll talk about it. We talked about it for 4 hours yesterday. What's today's live about? Is there a? Are you talking about? Kick? Is there a Kabam live stream? If there is, usually people let me know. Let's see here. Serpenderp. What's up, Ollie? How you doing, bud? Yeah, DP Infinity loves Dracula. Panda Man Pete. Yeah, Panda does have. I don't think he's as active right now. I haven't seen his channel light up in a while, and I usually go to my subs when I log on to YouTube to watch YouTube. I usually go directly to my subscription feed to see what all those channels are up. I haven't seen anything from Pete in a minute. Now that I think about it. What a jerk she is for that. I'll remember that later, Pokemon. My token glitch and I got 60 bats. What is that? Is that some new node Kabam has created? Some mood. They're like, we now have player housing. You know that they're like gonna do that soon, right? I'm seeing player housing everywhere. It's like that. It's not Calico Critters. What's the name of that game that the kids love playing? Where you like create your own island, you're a bunch of little like stuffed animals walking around. I swear Kabam is probably trying to develop player housing. They're like, oh, let's give players a place to show off like the rug, a nice carpet and sofa. Vega, do you have some advice? I always have advice. What are we doing? Are we doing dating, marriage, parenting? I need serious advice. I tilted so hard earlier, I almost deleted my account. I don't know. I don't want to rage like this, but I don't know how to stop. You're always so calm. Hey, well, I'm not always so calm, man. Mike, you seem like you're being serious, so I'll dial down the silly and the nonsense. Can you, do you mind letting us know, like, what it was? Do you mind letting us know the situation? Because I've played this game for so long, dude. I've had various modes, fights, long form, short form, BGs, war, trigger me to the point where I'm like, why am I, like, my joke about loving to hate the game becomes, it's not a joke anymore. It's no longer a joke. And so, yeah, I would love to try to be helpful in that regard, if possible. You need dating advice? Hey, man, the doctor is in. I would love to talk about it. Woo! You should have seen young me, man. That boy messed up. And then, obviously, at least once got it right. I do not remember how to play Alien offensively. I know I liked her in CCP testing. And then, since I took her to rank 4, she was amazing for... she was amazing for... but it was like the invade meta. Well, that wasn't it. I can say with a high degree of confidence, this is not it. All right, let's get our feeding back under us. Our feeding. Did I just say feeding? I did. Dude, that must be me because I messed that up earlier in the stream too. I messed up the SB2 evade early in the stream. There must be something. There must be something I'm doing because I'm punishing that really well sometimes, and then that's the second time where it's like I'm just not blocking, but my character doesn't move backwards at all to evade. So. And my wife is still using that streaming phone we bought. I'm hoping the next month or two it becomes my streaming phone again. Player housing, you can hang with your profile on the wall. Come see my Legends badge, man. Yeah, no, it's really different than your Legends badge. Mine's like a deeper red. You're gonna love it. Let's get back to the serious question though. I was stuck in Diamond 2 for 5 hours. My drafts kept screwing me over, and it really got to me. I also suffer from okay. And I appreciate you saying that. And I feel like I feel like you're being very serious. So hey, we're gonna take a second and do this. And I'm not gonna joke around. Man, I mean this with no hatred towards Kabam in my heart. This is live service, free to play gaming. You've heard me talk about like a long range plan. And my long range plan as of right now is to eventually start a second channel. Okay. I like games. I like playing games. I grew up playing games. Like I remember being a young kid and I got like the first Nintendo, and it was like when they actually had like a robot. I don't remember what the robot's name was. And my memory is he like dropped like little discs and it came with Duck Hunt, and my older brother set it up for me. And I played the hell out of the game. And I was never like the best gamer. Okay, but like I got to the point where if you're aware of a game called Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like I actually could beat Mike Tyson and I could do it like reliably. Like I remember again, like I'm a young kid and I had a sleepover at my cousin's, and that family, they had like 5 kids. It was a big family, and we were playing, and my uncle's like, "Okay, time for bed. We're kids," and I was like, "They're like, no, he's gonna beat Mike Tyson," and my uncle's like, "There's no way he can beat Mike Tyson." I was like, "I can beat him," and he's like, "You guys got to get to bed," and I was like, "I swear I can do this." Yeah, I've like done it before, and he's like, "Okay, I'll let you guys stay up." And so like me and my cousins got to stay up late, and like they were young and I was young, and we got I did, and even my uncle, who doesn't like video games, was like, "Oh, okay, that was pretty cool." Okay, and I've seen a lot of videos. Like I have a friend of mine who played MCoC who helped me really fully understand that like today's particularly free to play live service games, they're not like finished products like that. And so as a result, one of the things they often have to do is create these scenarios that gets us to keep logging in, right? Like I played Mike Tyson's Punch Out because it was fun as hell. And like my oldest brother showed me how to beat King Hippo, right? And I have a middle brother who would play with me and help me like learn to beat all the, like I remember Bald Bull, and I remember like we figured it out, right? And like that doesn't exist in free to play live service games. They are constantly trying something. Did it work? Did our players like it? Okay, cool. If they liked it, we're going to do more. If they didn't like it, we're not going to do it. But it's also on like constantly being run through monetization. Like in other words, did people log in more? And so is, you came here and you asked this question. This is something I want to talk about. And this is something I think it's more appropriate for the second channel I'm building, or I have planned, is what they're going to see, in my opinion, what the people who make these games are going to see. They're not going to see that, hey, player X just played for 5 hours and it looks like no progress was going to be made. What they see is, hey, player X played for 5 hours, bro. And that is now going to make you, because of like human psychology, right? And the sunk cost fallacy, and also the idea of like not giving up, not quitting, is going to make you now be like, one, I can't stop playing the game, right? And that's why we get so triggered. We get triggered in a different way than if we, again, I'm going to go back to my example, like then if like I had not been able to beat Mike Tyson that night because my uncle and my cousins were watching, right? That would have been disappointing and frustrating in one way. These experiences hit in a very different, frustrating way. Like a different part of us is triggered and upset and frustrated. And what that then causes us to do is when a sale comes along or something like that, we try to control the randomness. And we try to control the randomness by what's available. What's available? Buying more powerful champions. And so that's why, in my opinion, it's not just me. Like I've watched a lot of videos. Like once I really fully started to understand what was happening, I then went and it's not like I'm like now watching some guy who's like, the earth is actually flat and the aliens can, like, it's not crazy. It's more like, oh shit, this is completely correct in describing my experience. Is we now try to control the randomness. You've heard me often say that like RNG will never go from this game, ever. And I've actually looked for it. I could swear that there was an interview with some Kabam devs like 5-6 years ago where someone asked them if they would ever remove RNG. And I think what I found was they were asked if they would ever remove RNG from crystals, or if they would, like, I think go into like Nexus crystals. And then the devs look at each other and are like, how are we going to answer this question with a straight face? And I've never been able to find them being asked about RNG specifically. So maybe that never existed, or maybe I just made it up. Okay. But that experience that you're having is real. I'm not saying they want you to necessarily have that, but I don't think they're upset. If they're honest, which they're not going to be, because shit, why would they say this? You playing for 5 hours and then showing up the next day, that's a win for them. That's why, like, look. That's why this exists. That's why this exists. Can we get people to log in? Can we create those habits of logging in? It's as simple as that. Like they'll go and say like, oh, we're trying to make a great mode and the diversity of modes and keep more people entertained. And not everyone's an in-game player. You know that, right? And it's like, that's a bunch of, it's not a lie. It's just like the tip of the iceberg. And you can, the rest of it underlying is we're trying to create habit forming, basically like habits in our player base. And these sorts of things allow us to test those sorts of habit forming modes. What can we do to get people to log in every day? My actual advice, okay? My actual advice, and it's hard, dude, right? Is to not try to compete with anyone like but yourself. Like, and I know that sounds like life advice, and you could go into like the, you know, anytime you go visit a new city, like the tourist stand is going to have some version of that, right? Like, you know, the only person you're competing against is you yesterday. There's some actual real truth to that. And this game has been a challenge for me in like implementing that more and more in my life. If you've watched my channel, and Mike, you've been around for a long time, you've seen me leave SSX and 4Loki. These are alliances that like people like, that's like their dream alliance. And this has nothing to do with the people in those alliances. It's that they're tier 1 alliances. And eventually I was like, I'm done with this forever. Because it's just maddening to someone like me. I think it's impressive that like Cantona and Grass, they can do it and they kick ass, and that's great. But I'm going to be like really hyped with my 17 bars from Deathless She-Hulk, and then just be impressed with Cantona with 30. And so, you know, and this is why, one of the reasons why I really like the guys in the Illuminati. The people in the Illuminati are specifically chosen. They're not just chosen for being the best players or whatever. Okay? I watch those channels, and I watch them for a long period of time. And so my suggestion is just to really figure out like what really works well with your life. One is, if this game's not providing happiness, don't play it. Like I've said that, and I'm sorry guys, I know some of you are like, we didn't tune in for this. And I'm like, you know what? This is this channel. And if you want to go somewhere else, I totally get it. I respect it. It's fine. Like seriously, there's a variety of channels you could watch. I appreciate you being willing to watch mine. I really mean that. But is, if this game is not making you happy, don't play it. And I used to say that to people in the comments, and I realized they don't realize I'm being serious. They think I'm being a sarcastic asshole. So I've stopped saying that to people. If you still want to play this game for the community or the alliance or Discord servers or showing up to streams like this, just really try to notice the patterns that are creating the like frustration. For me, it was tier 1 war. For me, it was trying to hit Celestial. You guys are, look, I'll again, just to show you, I'm being fully forthright with you. It's been a while now, but I used to get into Celestial 6. I also found, much like your statement here, I literally wasted a whole day. And I was like, what the F did I just do? Like, what the hell why? Like, why did I do this? And so I do what I can. I just tried to remove myself from all of those things, from the like alliance, like minimums and this, and be like, that's why I formed this alliance. Finally, I had wanted to do this for years. And so just do your best to, one, decide, is the game still worth playing? Am I capable of not hitting those moments? And I got to say, Mike, I'm really happy that for you, it was frustration over how you spent your time. Because I think for the vast majority of people that get those frustrations, it's when their credit card bill shows up. And that's now real life. And that's where I am not okay with it. It's really hard for me because I started this channel covering this game. And I didn't understand a lot when I did. But it's a real struggle for me because I don't ever want to be part of the system that helped people create credit card debt. Or ignore their like kid that they should be hanging out with, but they were like addicted to the game. And so that's always a struggle for me. And so like I would try to like decide like is this game actually fun for me? Does it actually able to be fit into my life in a happy way? And then if you decide ultimately that the answer is yes, create a system of structures and rule sets for any time those sorts of like triggering things happen. Cantona did a great video on Battlegrounds, right? And the advice was like how to play Battlegrounds and be good at Battlegrounds. And he gives great advice. But there was some really good real life advice in there. And in it, he said, if you lose 3 matches in a row, stop. Just stop. Now, that helps you do better in Battlegrounds, but what it also helps you do is be happier in life. I've implemented that. And I've failed at implementing it twice since he put out that video. And every single time I have afterwards been like, what the fuck did I just do? Why did I do that? I had saved that time to put out a video. Now I'm not gonna be able to put out that video tomorrow. And so like implement those rules, man, implement them. And so if you're even still there, buddy, I really appreciate you bringing it up. I really appreciate you coming here and asking for this. And if you want, we can talk about this stuff more and more on my Discord. We can set up like a special thing, because I mean it. At the point last year when I saw my viewers vote at a 90% rate for me to start spending again, I decided like right then and there that if I was going to continue to cover this game, my job was to help people successfully navigate it. Not necessarily to be like better at it, which is part of successfully navigating it, but to try to help them like actually be happy and avoid the pitfalls that come with this game. Thanks, guys. I see there's a lot of typing, and I can't believe that so many of you stuck around for it, because I know that's not why you normally turn into a channel. Go to Gamers Anonymous, man. If that's real, if that's a real thing, I think there should be a free-to-play live service Gamers Anonymous. Don't worry, I'm not quitting this game. I'm not. I started this. Okay. I have in some ways, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. I have a bit of an overdeveloped sense of responsibility. And so when I saw that my viewers were doing that, and I was having fun with Discord and my alliance with my channel, when I saw that, I was like, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I know that Command Below, if I just went away, I ain't going away. I ain't going away. And I'm going to stay here and do this as long as people are enjoying it and seeing it and want this sort of advice. Okay. Meanwhile, if all things go the way they are, I have a family, I have a full-time job, I have a lot of things I want to do in my life. Meanwhile, we're also building something else, okay? All right, I'll stop the seriousness unless you guys really want to dive back into it. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Thank you very much. Hey, Bigger Man, thank you so much, buddy. Thanks for always keeping it real. I do have a rank up question. Yeah, that's part of helping people navigate the game. We don't always got to talk about this. Man, 3 weeks ago, we were talking about why life is so hard for boys. And I was being serious. I was being real. I think it's real. Shit, man. Boys need help. Young men need help. We don't have a lot of role models for the real world. All right, but also, we're here to answer questions about Absman and Deathless Thanos. You got that right. Okay. Would I recommend R5, Absman, Deathless Thanos, Solvark, or Waiting for Doctor Strange? Deathless Thanos. He's I did the best champions in the game in December, and nothing has changed my mind since then. Well, I don't remember how highly I had Jean Grey. I think I had her at 4. Deathless Thanos really could just be the best champion in the game. Like, one of the reasons Nico is so valuable is because she shuts down Deathless Thanos and Serpent, who in my opinion are like in the top. Well, Serpent is definitely in the top 5 still. And Deathless Thanos is probably number 1. So I would go Deathless Thanos. Despite Solvark being great, Doctor Strange is great. You don't know if you're going to get him. And that's still like 2 or 3 weeks away. I quit this game twice, but you're speaking to you. Thanks, Chuki. So I've had people who quit that I played with come or message or talk to me, and they'll be like, you don't understand how much better life is now that I don't play this game. I'm trying, Hicks. I make a lot of mistakes. You guys saw me get too angry last year. I was really pissed. I was really pissed off. I was really genuinely pissed off. And then I was like, okay, this is I can't, I shouldn't be doing this. You know? Chugi, yeah, it's hard though, man. The game is designed to make you not chill. Like the people that can do it, I really applaud you guys, and that's awesome. I really think it is. Um, I will say that I imagine people are getting smarter about games, and what I mean by that is, I probably should have just been more direct with it at the time. You know, I've told you guys the last game I truly played was World of Warcraft, and so I didn't play this like free to play microtransaction. Like I was like, it's like giving a iPhone to an 80-year-old and telling them that like Twitter's good for them. You know what I mean? Like they're just, it's like it's like an animal being born in an aquarium, and they spend the first like 5 years of their life in the aquarium, and then someone's just like, they should be free, and they put them in the ocean. Dude, they're gonna get eaten in seconds because they have no idea how to handle the ocean. And so like gaming and all this stuff changed so much. Like you have no idea. It's impossible to explain. And when I say World of Warcraft, I went and logged in because I'm actually intrigued by the game again. It's been like 15 years since I played. I think we saw the last. I don't. I have to go back and look at it. When my last transaction was there, and by transaction I mean they transferred my account from one server to another because a guy I liked playing the game with was on it. He had created an account on a different server. You couldn't buy stuff in the game at this time. That did not exist. And so like I think for some of us, we like go into a game like this, and it's really you know, you come through the game and you're like, what is this? I can buy this crystal for 50 cents. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then like the patterns, this is what I was talking about, like the habit forming patterns, right? Start. And it starts really early. Like it starts really effing early, man. Yeah. And just to be clear, like everyone can make their own moral judgments on Kabam. I very purposely tried hard not to say Kabam in any of that, because I don't think they're any better or worse than any of the other free to play live service games. I have no idea. I haven't played a lot of them. Yeah, I just want to be clear that this isn't intended to be an anti-Kabam. Well, I hope it didn't even turn ranty. I was trying very hard not to sound ranty at all. Yeah. I think they're the same. They might even be better. Like, you know, earlier in the stream, we went to, we were talking about how 2002 to 2004 felt like a great era. It did to me for quite a few reasons. One of which was I felt like the Kabam kind of got away from thanks, dude. Like, could there be a better example of like what you're seeing me face right here? Could there be a better example of RNG in this game? And the maddening experiences that are created by it, plus you are then incentivized, right? Your brain now wants to try to control that RNG, right? Like, how good did it feel when we got a hard counter to campus? Like, the timing of fighting enchanters could not be better. And the AI, I'm holding block, but she threw it into my block, right? Because I'm trying to control the randomness of the AI, and now I am frustrated because it didn't work. Because the AI, remember I said the RNG will never go away? Like, this could not be a better example of literally everything we just talked about. Yeah, and Chance's AI is one of the most frustrating in the game. She's just complete, like, everything about her is like chance to miss, chance to do this, chance to have a nullifier, chance to, like, and then the throw it into your block. I don't remember if they actually were forthright and put that into her kit or not, the warding kit. But yeah. Um, the game is a hell of a great way to test ourselves, like test our abilities to focus, resist temptation, and focus on what actually matters while enjoying life, including. Absolutely. It's also one though that like I want to get back to that. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I want to get back to that. Who to? I'll answer that too. And as soon as we're done here. Oh, Billy, there's answers to Enchantress. In fact, the answer I just used is often a really good one. And that's kind of the point there is the RNG nature of it all and what our brains or as humans, or if we want to be competitive, right? We are looking to control that. Dude, how did he just dex? I'm not kidding. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Didn't I have up my Dex and Evader different? How the F did he Dex? I'm pretty sure I have my Pursuit up, which I understand is not the same as... Shoot, now I'm all triggered. I'm going to my SP3. But didn't I have my it's so Pursuit is turning off evade, and I think Scorpion Sense is an evade. How he would dex while I'm in the middle of comboing, I just, for the life of me, cannot understand. Oh no, don't worry. I'm not like actually angry. I'm just more like annoyed at the game. Like I'm just like, all right. All right, well, looks like they would have won anyway. Let me get back to these two questions. Oh yeah, GG's, dude. Nah, whatever, it's too late. Okay, the game held. So here's the thing: is like there's all these great tests for us, right? But I think there was a while in this 2002-2004 era where I would have said, like, if I had a friend and they're like, hey, should I play that game? I'd be like, yeah, actually, I think you should. It's become a fun game, and it feels like less and less things are being driven through. How can we create these habit forms? Like, it felt like more like they were interested in creating a cool game that people were happy enough to then spend money on. Less, how do we create habits that cause people to spend money? And so it's like, unless you're just fully aligned and aware of these sorts of things, I think the test isn't worth it. You know what I mean? For a new player, I think again, I want to help people navigate the game. But if someone new came up to me, like there's no way in hell, I personally would let my kids play this game. There's no way in hell. No, like none. I would talk to them about it and how I think it works. And maybe I would let them do it, but have like no value, like no money attached to it. And then have a conversation about, did you feel like spending some money? Or did you feel like, hey, if I just keep playing, this will get better? Like, let's talk through those feelings so they can start to recognize those sorts of things. Bazooka Town. Yeah, that was one I was like, that just felt like wrong to me. So thanks for taking a look at it. It happened to you yesterday? Okay. Don't between taking a crossbones. If you're really good with crossbones, I think probably him. Otherwise, Okoye. Okoye is just so good, dude. I said I'd answer a question over here. Where is it? My favorite counterfeit chance is the ban button. Yeah. Um, I'm confused why we as a community, streamers included, are not more unified and upset with the constant changes to champions by Kabam. It almost starts to seem pointless. If we can't count on a champ to perform in a way, why spend any money or time? These questions are often really difficult for me to answer without making it sound like I'm insulting like literally everyone else. And that's not what I want to do because I don't think everyone else, like I don't think every other content creator or whatever deserves an insult. I really don't. Um and I also don't feel comfortable saying all everything I know about all the different things. Like I don't want this to turn into like a shit talking channel or something like or a drama channel or something like that, right? So I'll do my best to answer that question, but please be aware that there's just some stuff I just can't say, okay? Or I don't feel comfortable saying. Is you saw me boycott twice last year. If you were around, you saw me. The first time I will fully admit was a mistake. And I even did a video saying, like, I'm sorry. Like, I messed up. I really did. I was very clear on why I was boycotting in the video. I was very clear in communications with Kabam at why I was. And within days, they not only addressed the things that I had said, this is why I'm doing it, but they even used my exact language. And I was leaving on a trip to Japan with my family. We are going to be gone for like 2.5 to 3 weeks, if I recall correctly. It was a long trip. And I wanted to believe people that I had considered friends and people that I had considered friendly, like work acquaintances or friendly work friends. I'm not sure what the right term is. Okay. Well, within a matter of months, it was obvious that like this was just a really cool post that they had written. That was it. That was literally it. Whether the people who wrote the post or not did that with the intention of following through, I have no idea. I can't know. I don't know everyone works at Kabam. And I think a lot of the people we interact with, they're not like entry level. I'm not trying to insult them, but I think they have multiple managing levels before you get all the way to the top to the guy that wore his hat backwards one day and everyone thought that was really cute. So what I'm saying is they may have fully intended to follow through on the post and may have used my exact language. One, it could have been a coincidence, but that seems strange. I mean, even Legacy was like, they're literally saying what Vega said. Like, it is literally the same. Legacy put out in a video. And then I did, once I got home from the trip and I saw how everything was really playing out, I made a video. I'm like, I'm really sorry, guys. I effed up on this. I trusted the wrong thing and I'm sorry. Well, then I boycotted a second time because I was furious. Like, there's stuff that I can't tell you guys. I'm just not allowed to. It's not. It's like legally and everything. I just not okay. But a lot of things happened that were very upsetting to me, and I boycotted. And I was very clear on why I was boycotting. I was like, these are the exact reasons, and here's how we will handle if I'm no longer boycotting. I was like precise, and I did exactly it. And my viewers voted. I spent $250 to create more members, so it wasn't just the currently existing members. And my viewers voted at a 90%. The last time I checked, I think it was actually down to 89%. So I want to be really precise with this, to end the boycott and to start spending. That is the only reason I started spending again. I didn't spend on Cyber Weekend. I was fine. But they had voted. So I was like, okay, am I actually having fun? Yeah, I am. I'm having fun with my alliance and in my Discord and all that stuff. Two, my channel makes way more money than I'm spending. So it's just like helpful to, and it is spending for a YouTuber. Spending is helpful for putting out more videos in rank ups and champions and streams and crystal openings and literally giving advice for like how good is a champion, right? Also, and I think this is important to keep in mind, I am in a very different situation than the vast majority of these guys. And that's not a slight to them, okay? I want to be really clear. I'm not looking to throw shade on literally any of them. I don't rely on this money for like anything. I'm happy to put most of it back into the channel or whatever. And so I think if you've built your career on covering this game and then you take actions that could actually truly hurt the game, you're now hurting yourself. And so I think that sort of equation starts to come in, and the vast majority of viewers don't want to hurt the game. They would love for it to be fixed, and they would love for it to be better, and they would love for communication to be better and to be treated better. But ultimately, if they have to stop spending, they're playing a game of chicken with Kabam. Kabam doesn't want to kill the game, and the viewers and the players don't want to kill the game. So if they stop spending and everyone stops spending, then the game dies, which is actually not what the players want. Remember how we talked about how one of the main goals of games like this is they want to try to make a decent game, but the other priority is creating those habit forming things. So now people are forced with this tension in their own mind of, if I stop spending and everyone stops spending, then the game doesn't exist. But I have formed these habits, and these habits make me want to actually continue playing the game. And there's that tension. So like, you know, yeah. I see a lot more chat having. Yeah. I don't want to I'm not looking to throw shade on literally anyone. I'm not at all. If it sounded like it's not real. I'm not throwing shade on anybody. I do laugh a lot when you do that. That just sucks again. Yeah, and I don't think anyone's trying to cause issues. Okay, it looks like everyone's good. I'm not even sure. Have an unskippable ad in here. Sorry. That's one thing I need to do better with Twitch is I feel like on Twitch they give you the ability to control when you have ads. I just don't know how to do it yet, to be honest. And so I need to do that because like it would be nice to just take like breaks every once in a while too, like every 45 minutes to an hour. Take like a 2-minute break and just roll ads. Then everyone will know it's coming. You guys can get up and walk away too. Like it's all good. And so it doesn't happen like if like a cool fight's going on or like we're having like a serious talk. Chuki, I sound genuine. I think you're talking to me, which is cool. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Do we have full attention on this yet? No, I don't think we'll get that till tomorrow. R4 Black Cat, we get it. Dude, she's good. And there's not a lot of options to things. She's one of the best ones by far. She's a good photon counter too. I mean, obviously you have it reinforced, so you know. My kids play free to play only. You know what's interesting, man, is like that's why I don't want to dog on free to play either. Is dude, for a lot of people, spending like $60, $70, like games are expensive, dude. I think I saw like an $80 game the other day. I don't know. I was in the Nintendo store. We have a Nintendo store here in San Francisco. It just opened, and I've been enjoying going there and just looking around. It's fun. Like I enjoy it. And I think the game was at least $70. And so it's like, dude, that's a lot of fucking money, right? Like, so I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to paint Kabam as the villain here. I really am not. Like, I don't know if they're. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not interested in finding a villain today. Let's put it that way. My 2 accounts were initially for my 5-year-old and 8-year-old nephew. 0% chance to get it back, in part because I'm not letting those addiction neurons from, and it's mine now. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Parenting is a sensitive topic. as I know. So I try not to give parenting advice unless specifically asked. Everyone's doing their best, dude, you know? Hey, thanks, Big Germ. I appreciate it. What's my opinion on the 40 deck BGs? Right now, my most of my experience with it so far has been streaming, where I'm not paying a ton of attention to the Battlegrounds match. So right now it feels like hard to track, but a lot of that's probably due to me. A lot of that's probably due to me not fully engaged with it. This is one of those times where what's good for me, I think maybe isn't good for the game. Like, it's actually good for me in that I get to play with more of my champions. Like, I understand that, like, I think on a ratio wise, more are actually bannable now. But there's more I get to play with, which is fun. I'm not trying, as we talked about earlier, about like trying to play the game healthily and enjoy. I am not like looking to hit. Oh shoot! Why did I do that? I should use Mr. Knight. That was like a perfect Mr. Knight fight. I'm not trying to hit those levels, so I don't think I'm gonna feel coerced into using the rerolls. We'll find out. Maybe when we get there, I will. However, so while that's good for me, I don't think it's good for a lot of the game, because I think a lot of people are gonna. I think it basically. I think it's going to increase the advantages of whales, which will be, you know, a negative experience for your low to spend and your free to play, who probably already weren't like in this to begin with, and it'll make the ones that were harder for them to compete. And then I think once we get into the gladiator circuit meta, it's going to make it feel like coercive for your guys that are really trying to compete, or again, your people who are just trying so hard to make up for the fact that they don't whale, but they're now facing whales. You know, I'm not paying attention to all what I'm doing. I think we're gonna sign off here in a little bit, because I'm just playing like gas, and I don't mind losing, but make sure your account is connected to Kabam, and then you should see it in the notifications in the upper right hand corner. Kind of looks like an inbox of sort. Bazooki, yeah, like if they were truly testing it, they would test it for more than one season, and there would be free rules. That's why I was like, to me, it's just so like, it's free to play. It's free to play live service game. They're not testing it, but they're not testing 40 deck, right? They are. So they can honestly say, we're testing 40 deck. They're also so obviously testing how much are people willing to spend on units, right? Like, is that a way they can start making another $1 a month or whatever? And like, that's where I just get frustrated. I'm like, why, dude? Why? Yeah. Yeah. Work. If anyone hasn't told you this lately, Work, you're awesome. Dude, I would love there to be different BG leagues. And like, they did a really cool thing with the Battle Realm Brawl. What am I even doing? I don't even know anymore. I have no idea. But as cool as I think it would be what they did in Battle Realm Brawl, there's like no way for them to monetize it. Thank you very much, and congratulations there, Well, if you're still around. And this is kind of what I was talking about. Is like, I don't think they want to make a bad game. They want the game. When the game's right, this game's really fun. This game's really fun. It's just it all has to be run through how do we monetize this? Where like, and I hate to sound, I don't want to do the like retro games are better. Like I do think they are, but when a game is just made to be enjoyable and it's made to be purchased and bought, and like that is your gaming experience, that is it. It's complete. It's finished. It's done. It's not designed to get you to come back tomorrow. It's just made for you to play it at the pace that worked for you, you know? I think that's why I'm trying hard not to make kabams sound like the villains here. As I don't think it's necessarily them. I think it's the industry they're in. I actually never tried this matchup. That actually wasn't terrible. It was BK here. Dude, have a great one, buddy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, dude, have a great time. Have a great one, buddy. Yeah, work. I think that's just the free-to-play gaming model. That's why I'm trying really hard, especially because I'm still honestly trying to figure this stuff out, man. This is where we lose. Who do we want to lose to? Let's lose to Cole Obsidian. And in general, I mean, I appreciate it, and I'm glad we had to talk, and I think there was a serious question, and I'm glad we answered it. I want to help people like navigate this game, and I want to try to have people have fun with it. So we're gonna stay more on the like having fun side of things. Feels like a good way to hit it. Yeah. Dude, congratulations, Mike. That's awesome. And we knew we were losing to Cole anyway. We'll just answer a few questions and then we'll sign off. We'll raid someone or something like that. Games are just different now. Live service is such a huge part of the gaming culture these days. Yeah, so thanks for kind of tying it all together. It's like I think that's why for a lot of people, like that's something we kind of discovered, right? Hilgendorf, you're active on the Discord. Is like it's like I was trying to figure out why is like everyone doesn't know the things that upset me. That's fine. But I think there's upsetting things that are very public to everyone. Why is this not so upsetting to some people? And I think we really discovered that it's like, for a lot of people, like, oh, this is just how it is. Like, so why get upset? I'm just going to try to enjoy the game that is. And I think that's really smart. And that is what I want to do with the game and the vast majority of my coverage. I think that's why the whole second channel idea seems appealing. So people know what they're tuning in for, right? This meta is funny. I started in Diamond, collected by 5 fights and stopped. Yeah, I mean, I know overall I like the meta. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure when I have time to play tomorrow, or to stream. We'll focus in more on the meta itself. This seemed fine. It seemed like a fun meta. Like it's neither here nor there. Damn, I can't. I still don't understand why they can't have prestige-based matchmaking. I think because the intention for Battlegrounds was supposed to be like It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like the place for the really good players to show that they were really good. And I don't mean that in like a show off sort of way. I think it was originally supposed to be about your skills, but then it needed to be monetized. You know what I mean? Because if it was truly just about your skills, they would do like what they did at the Battle Realm Brawl. But how do you monetize that? Like how there isn't. In fact, if anything, like I was so excited about it, but then afterwards later I was like, there's no way for them to monetize this, because if you could pay like $5 a month to play that Battlegrounds mode, why would you go and wail on the champions? Why would you wail on the champions to get better at Battlegrounds if you could just pay $5 a month and have access to all of them? You know what I mean? Yeah. People equate not raging about things as being okay with them in the gaming space. I don't like tons of what Kabam does, but I understand the industry they operate in and I choose to play. I think you're also like, you're not an outlier. I think you've been more aware and understanding of what's going on than I think a lot of other folks, or at least more than me for quite a while. Growth for a second channel always seems difficult to duplicate from the first. It will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not saying, that's why I still have not fully started it. That's one of the reasons. And one of the things I'm trying to figure out is the way Twitch works is like, I know if I just started streaming the second channel content on this current YouTube channel, I think it would hurt both the quote unquote second channel and the MCoC coverage channel. Unless I just was very clear, I'm no longer playing MCoC. And like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm never gonna say never, because I never know what's gonna happen with my real life. But I have no intentions of quitting this MCoC. I committed to the channel and committed to the audience that we've formed and committed to my alliance and the Discord. I feel like I have almost like a responsibility to try to help navigate through this. Now on Twitch, I don't know as much about Twitch because I wasn't someone who watched Twitch. Is if I started doing second channel content on this Twitch channel, would that still work? Obviously, less people, at least at first, I mean, who knows how it would go, would tune in to watch me play World of Warcraft or Zelda or like something like that while we talk about like real life stuff. But would it not hurt when I do MCoC when there's drops? Do you get what I'm saying? Because on YouTube it does. The algorithm will start to think that people just aren't interested in the channel, so it'll start suggesting your stuff more. On Twitch, my sense is that's not how Twitch works. My sense on Twitch is like, if people are looking for what you're doing, they're gonna find you. Where YouTube feels more like we're trying to tell people that, hey, this is similar to other stuff you've liked. If anyone who knows Twitch well knows, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Because my hope, or one of the things I'm trying to figure out, and if anyone who just wanted to see gameplay, we're done. I didn't realize how late it is. I need to get going. Is if I started the second YouTube channel and then just directed everyone to this Twitch channel for streams. And it would be clear though. I'd be like, on Monday, Wednesday, we play MCoC. On Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to play a different game and talk about life. And it could be anywhere from dating to parenting to funny stories to the news to like politics is touchy, but I think it should be talked about more in like open spaces and all of that. If anyone knows that answer, I'd really appreciate it. I think it'd work. I've seen a lot of people do variety streaming on Twitch. That's my sense, is that Twitch is because I think it's different. It's not the same. Like it doesn't seem as based on an algorithm as YouTube does. Is there a Discord to look for a new alliance? I think MCoC's official Discord has a channel for that. We have one on my Discord. There's I think only like 700 people in it, which is, so
MCoC Encyclopedia, I think, has a pretty sizable Discord too. You're welcome to join mine and post there as well. Even if that's all you're interested in doing, that's fine. Instead of stuff like Lunar New Year, poker, a lower level BGs would be so much better. It would, but that's not. Yeah, I hear you. They tried prestige matchmaking, and we had Cavalier counts and Celestial because they only match. So that's that's where like it was supposed to be a competitive mode. Guys, I gotta go. I really appreciate it. That sounds about right. Twitch streamers tend to hop out categories anyway, and streaming outside of the norm for drops is pretty common. Oh, okay, that's cool to say or cool to know because like I've said, I've had quite a few conversations with my wife and various people, and I've made it clear I'm not quitting the MCoC channel. That's not like I made a decision in December. Like, okay, here's what I'm doing. So I don't want to just transition this MCoC channel to another channel. And as a result, streaming MCoC when there's drops on, I mean, Jesus, I don't believe that 325 people are actually watching. I'm sure some are, but I'm sure some others are just like, I'm doing my business, which is fine. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. And then they can know they can tune in for other stuff the other days of the week. That'd be cool. I think that's ultimately what we're going to do. But this is a long-range plan. This is like over the course of the year. I don't expect the second channel to start like tomorrow. And I appreciate if anyone wants to support it. I do keep getting stuck in the back because I enjoy this. I enjoy these conversations. We just got another subscribe. I will leave your name up. We're signing off. I really appreciate that. Like I did last stream. I will leave your name up so you can get credit. Thank you very much for the subscribe. It just, in case it isn't abundantly clear, I do think MCoC can be incredibly, incredibly fun. I do think they are trying to make a good game. It just has to be run through monetization, and those often create conflict. This is not about hating Kabam or please don't go and hate on their employees. Like, they're doing a job, and I think they're doing their job the best they possibly can. They have all kinds of restrictions and confinements, okay? So come here and complain. That's fine. Come here and complain. That's totally, totally fine. But yeah, so just wanted to be clear at that. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching. Let's, because it's so much easier to raid on Twitch. We're going to raid on Twitch, YouTube. Have fun out there, guys. Find someone. Barrow is Barrow streaming, and he streams in English. Pepe is also streaming. I love Pepe, but I know it can be a little more interesting to watch someone who's streaming in English. Barrow, obviously, super high tier Battlegrounds player. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for all the donations, the Twitch subs. We're gonna keep having fun. Sometimes it's gonna get serious, and serious is fun too. But we're just gonna keep having a good time. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. And we do have some videos coming your way. Take